All right. Hello friends, welcome back to another video on the channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Fran and this is our June / mid-year update on all my journals and planner. So in the month of May, I already shared how I unexpectedly jumped ship. I moved out of my Sterling ink here. I was in here from January through May 4th, and then starting May 5th, I have been in the Paper Test Designs B6 full year. So one thing that I know for sure is that I like the B6 size. So that is why you will probably never find me in a Hobonichi. In the A5, it's just a little too large for me. So if you did not watch my May flip through, I'll link it up here. But to summarize, I basically went from my journal and planner into one book where I have a weekly page in the Paper Test Designs where I do all of my weekly planning. And then after each weekly spread, there are 7 blank grid pages that I prep and use for my daily journaling. So basically everything that I was using the Hobonichi Weeks for, like I was able to fit these 2 Hobonichi Weeks pages into this one B6 page in the Paper Test Design. So as one of you had mentioned in the comments, I basically was 1 month ahead of One Book July, which I forgot was a thing in the planner journaling community. And quite honestly, I think I'm just a one book person in general, not just for July, but this might be my planner journal piece. I just like, because I have so many ad hoc journals, this one book for my daily touch point just works out better for me. That being said, this is my daily touch point planner / journal. And so I track inks, I track my cycle and health, I track my steps, I track the pen and ink that I use, I track personal habits, I track birthdays and events and Happy Mail stationery spending. I track when I make the order, when it ships, and when it delivers. I also track monthly highlights for the day with like a sticker. It's just like a little challenge I made for myself this year to use up some of the stickers that I've been using, or that I've been buying and hoarding. Every month I have this little dump of like junk and ephemera, and then I have 7 pages to journal each week. So this has been quite successful for me through May and June, and so I am thinking this will be my groove for the rest of the year and potentially next year. So that being said, we'll do a quick flip through of June. Here's my monthly moments page, all of the highlights for every day in June. So we'll keep on doing this with the monthly pages here. After every monthly spread, we have 2 blank grid pages before the weekly spread starts. So I use that for my ephemera / junk dump. And here's the junk dump for June. And then now we're just gonna do a quick flip through of June. Nothing particularly new here from last week. I did print more pictures this month, but it's pretty much the same old, same old. I try to do tip-ins when I can, but usually it's just laying down stickers or like labels from that day. But yeah, you could see, oh, this is the first like printed movie ticket I had in a while. Jacob and I went to see The Materialists. You see I have way more pictures this month. But yeah, it's been really nice. I've actually really been enjoying this kind of like split, the middle of the page split style lately, so you might see that more often. Now we're into July. I've already started my July ephemera dump, and this was the last day of June. It was on a Monday, and so now we're going on to the rest of July. So that is this Sterling Ink planner for now. Obviously, I'm not going to flip through these two because they've since been retired. I'm not going to flip through my mental health notebook again because I just did not have time. I got sick in June. I don't know if you could tell in just the way that my voice sounds right now, but yes, I did get sick in June. And so physically and mentally, I just couldn't take it. But I did do some catching up here in my media review journal. I was like a couple shows and books behind. Oh, also for books in June, I only finished 2 books. I think I spent like 2 weeks of June just starting multiple books and I was just not interested. So I finished It's Elementary, and then I also finished The Wedding People. And then we watched The Materialist, and Miles's first movie in the theaters was Leo. So that was really fun. And then Jacob and I have been doing some rewatching, like we watched Big Hero 6. We're watching through the MCU, but I just had to write about how much I love Civil War. And then some new shows, The 4 Seasons, and the next page is a blank page. So I am slowly getting through this, but I'm hoping to pick up the pace on reading books. There's a lot of movies and shows that are out now, so that will have some updates as well. And then last but not least, my traveler's notebook. I think the last time I had something happen in here was for our Disney trip in April. And I did flip through that. So again, I'll link that month's review if you want to look through it. But Miles, like I shared, Miles had his first movie theater trip. We went with all of my cousins, which are his like uncles and auntie crew. So that was a lot of fun. I have some blank spots here because I have some stickers coming from Letters to Apollo that I'm going to fill this with. So this is not completely done yet, but it's almost there. Super fun. And then this page, I think I made a reel out of it on my Instagram and my TikTok. I'll link both of those profiles below if you like being on those platforms as well. Would really appreciate a follow there. We went to the Summer Fest in Oakley, which is a town just nearby where we live, and Miles had so much fun laying in the grass. We decided to make a whole lunch picnic situation out of it, so I wanted to do like a little spread of that because I realized I haven't really been documenting some of these fun little local adventures. So we have a couple more things happening this summer. We have like we're hosting a barbecue for 4th of July weekend. We have a little like family trip coming up that I'm hoping will take up 2 or 3 spreads. And then we have the San Francisco Pen Show, which will take up a couple spreads. And then it will be our Japan trip in September, which I will not be using this insert for. I will be using a Japan insert that I have. So yeah, this year is flying by and the rest of the year is going to be very exciting. So I am looking forward to filling this journal up. That is my update for this month. I have a lot of thoughts already for what I'm thinking about for 2026. I'm sure I'm not the only one in that boat, but we'll talk more about next year in the next couple of months, especially as businesses start sharing details and sneak peeks of their lineup for next year. My short version is it will probably be Paper Test Design or Sterling Ink, but we'll see. Let me know in a comment down below how your mid-year review has been, and I hope to see you at the next video, my friends. Please don't forget to give this video a like to support the channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Until then, my friends, have a wonderful day. Bye.